I know for a fact I'm going to get some keyboard warriors screaming in the comments section about these opinions, and you know what? I am ready for it. So bring it on. These are my 5 hot takes on heavy metal albums and just metal albums in general. So these are just either highly praised albums or highly hated albums that I think are pretty good or pretty bad or vice versa, etc, etc. So I'd like to know if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Let me know in the comments below. I think it's going to be pretty fun, this video. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this comment section. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, there's going to be some die-hard fan bases that want to murder me. Alright, here we go. Number 5, I'm going to talk about Risk by Megadeth. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's actually a pretty decent album. Yeah, it's not to the standards of like Rust in Peace, etc. But you know what? It's good for what it is. Like songs like Insomnia, how it's got that electric violin loop kind of thing. I think that's pretty cool. It gives me kind of a Nine Inch Nails vibe, which I like. I also like the creepy, eerie factor of the Doctor's calling. It kind of reminds me of Alice Cooper. I don't know why, but it just reminds me of Alice Cooper. And anything that reminds me of Alice Cooper is a pretty good thing, if you ask me. Also, the duology tracks, duology tracks of Time in the Beginning and Time in the End. A decent closer to this album. I think it's pretty good. I know Dave Mustaine sounds a bit corny, but Dave Mustaine sounds corny in every album and outside of the albums, so I don't mind it. And to be honest with you, The Prince of Darkness is the best track on here. It's got a good breakdown. It's got good, it's got a really, really good solo. However, it could be a lot worse. It could be Super Collider. I love Megadeth, but I can't defend that one. Before I continue this hellhole of hot takes, if you're enjoying us so far, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. Okay, on to number 4. Okay, here's going to be another controversial one. Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold is actually a really good metal / hard rock album. I know this is like super hated, but I love it. I think it's pretty good. Like, I think Shadow's voice works really well with the big roaring choruses of these songs. I like the production, and I like the songwriting on pretty much all the tracks, apart from Doing Time. I feel like Doing Time's a bit rushed, but I kind of like it. Wait, no, I meant I kind of don't like it. Actually, I suppose I do like it. It's all coming out now, I suppose I do like it. Probably not as much as the other songs, but ayo. The biggest criticism I know on the internet is the fact that the song This Means War is a massive rip-off of Sad But True. But you know what? Sad But True is a really, really good song to rip off from. And I don't think it's that bad. At the time I thought, oh my god, it's so obviously copied. But you know what? I enjoy it for what it is. Like the song Requiem. It gives me like Opeth from Behemoth vibes where it's got those backing vocals. I think it's really cool. However, the underrated gem of this album is definitely Acid Rain. Check that out. It's really, really good. Especially if you checked out the new album, Life is But a Dream. Listen to Acid Rain after that if you like the new album. It's got that similar vibe to it, which I quite like. Okay, next hot take is I am actually a Saint Anger defender. I know, it's their worst album. I know. But hear me out, okay? This is Metallica as a band in their lowest point. And this album brought them back together. I mean, if this album didn't happen, we wouldn't have Metallica to this day. And I'm so grateful they're together, and they seem to be a lot happier. Like, you can tell, like, if you watch the documentary Some Kind of Monster, you can tell how bad in a position they were. And you can feel that anger, and you can feel that energy and pain in this album with how crap and the mix is and the production is. It's so raw, I kind of like it. And also, I don't mind the snare. The snare doesn't bother me. I know it's known to be the ting 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 thing, but I like a lot of early hardcore stuff, and it reminds me of that, so I don't mind the snare. Plus, some of the roofs are really... Some of the riffs are really groovy. Like the main riff from Visible Kid, I think that's so groovy, and I like that riff. Even the frantic riffs is pretty cool. However, the best track on here is without a doubt it's Unnamed Feeling. Like, I love to hear that song live. Like, how melodic those choruses are, and then that breakdown, like, you can feel the pain, how James Hetfield's voice is like voice breaking over the bridge. It's so cool, if you ask me. I think it's really, really cool. I can understand why some people don't like it. I totally get it. And I know it's a massive meme. But, I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. It might be a bad album, but it's also a really good album for when you're feeling bad. Okay, so we talked about albums that are hated but I really like, so let's switch it over. Let's talk about an album which is highly regarded as one of the greatest of its genre, and I think it's a bit overrated. And I think Sempiternal is overrated as hell. If you don't know, Sempiternal is the album by Bring Me the Horizon. I respect the album, what it's done for the band, for the genre, and how pretty much a lot of metalcore bands these days still try to capture the success of this album. But it's only got a few good albums, good few songs even, sorry, that I think are good in it. I feel like I've messed up that sentence. Let me start that again. I feel like this album only had a few good songs. Boom, there we are. So the songs that I really like is House of Wolves, Shadow Moses, Crooked Young, and Activist. That's it. The other songs don't really interest me. Like, I love the whole rock, metal, electronic kind of thing. I think it's really, really cool. However, it doesn't do it for me in this album. I think they do a lot better job of it in Post-Human Survival Horror, especially the song with Baby Metal in it, Kingslayer. That is just like the perfect blend of metalcore and the whole electronic dance thing. I think that's beautiful. Best song on here is without a doubt Activist. But yeah, personally I prefer the old stuff. Count Your Blessings is my favourite Bring Me the Horizon album. I'd rather listen to that. That's just my opinion. Okay, the last one. Oh god, I'm dreading this last one because I know exactly what their fan base is like. Oh god, okay, I can do this. 10,000 Days by Tool is a better album than Lateralis. I know Lateralis is their magnum opus, and I love Lateralis. I think it's an amazing album. I think it's well done. However, I'd rather listen to 10,000 Days. I have much of an emotional attachment to the album. I just do. That album gets me. Especially the duology tracks of Wings with Wings for Maria and 10,000 Days. That does it to me. That makes me cry every single time. And the riffs are just amazing. Like the Jambi riffs and the riffs in Rosetta Stone. It's amazing. But then again, Lateralis is a good album. Please don't hate me, Tool fans. I know what you guys are like. Please don't hate me. Actually, no, go on, hate me. I don't care. Because it means more views and more comments for me. But 10,000 Days is the better album in my opinion. I just enjoy it more. But yeah, these are some hot takes, so let me know in the comments below if you agree or you disagree. Please let me know what you think of them. And if you disagree, please let me know why, and we'll have a conversation about it, because art, we can talk about art, right? It's cool talking about art and all different people's opinions. I think it's really fun. But yeah, if I hurt your feelings a bit, sorry, that's just not my intention. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see some more of this stuff. And I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you very much.